Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. I know I am a little late in posting my Christmas cake, but I hope you will enjoy this video. Please stay till the end and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So for this cake, I am using my eggless vanilla sponge recipe, which I've divided into two parts and colored them red and green. I've divided each sponge into two layers so that I can alternate the layers in my cake. I'm using whipped cream frosting. You can use buttercream, chocolate ganache, cream cheese frosting or any frosting of your choice. I'm drizzling some chocolate ganache, thinner chocolate ganache or chocolate sauce to give it a flavor. I'm also adding some roasted dry fruits and choco chips to give it a nice texture. Now since the bottom layer is green, so I'll put another layer which is red. This will give me alternating layers of red and green. If you want, you can even make a checkerboard Christmas cake using red and green colors, just like I showed you my Halloween checkerboard cake. I'll put a link to that in the description below and you can check it out. I'll repeat the same steps for each layer until my cake is finished. I soak my cake layers in sugar syrup to keep them moist. Sugar syrup is 1 part of sugar to 1 part of water, boiled and then cooled down and used to soak the cakes. So for this cake, I decided to keep it semi-naked, which means that the cake layers would be slightly visible under the frosting. So you need to keep the frosting thinner and neater. You only need to do a crumb coat for this, a thicker crumb coat, not a very thin layer, but a slightly thicker coat so that the cake layers are visible. That's it. Once the crumb coat is done, you can refrigerate the cake for about half an hour since the weather is cold now. Now for the Christmas trees, I added a little green gel color to the whipped cream and I'm putting it in a piping bag using a star nozzle. You have to open the piping bag over your hand and insert the nozzle in facing downwards. You can cut the tip of the piping bag now or even after filling the piping bag, it doesn't matter. Now you need to make a C with your hand over which you'll open the piping bag to keep it open and so that it doesn't close down while you're filling the frosting. You can do this over a glass also, but I prefer that this is the easier method. And now I'm going to fill my green frosting inside the piping bag. Now that my frosting is filled, I'll start lifting the edges of the piping bag and then I'll seal it. I'll push the frosting downwards to seal the top. Because I didn't cut the tip of the piping bag, it is now filled with air and it is difficult to push the frosting. So I'll have to cut the tip of the piping bag first and then I'll push the frosting downwards, sealing and turning the piping bag. Now we are ready to pipe our Christmas trees on a frosted cake. You can use any star nozzle or any nozzle of your choice. Somehow the video got out of focus for this one, so I decided not to show the process for making this Christmas tree. I'll show you the next one in a slower speed. But you can see how it should look like once it's done. Now I'm going to make one just opposite this tree. There are endless ways in which you can use nozzles to make Christmas trees. It's completely up to you. You can do this in any way. You can just put out dollops, or you can just make a zigzag pattern. There are number of ways. In this video I'm going to show you how to do it in two ways. One I've shown you, and the other one I'm going to show you now. You have to put a dollop and then pull it upwards. You have to repeat this step, just reducing the number of dollops by 1 for each layer. The number of dollops you put will depend on the height of your cake and the size of the Christmas tree you want. You can see our Christmas trees look beautiful. I made 4 large Christmas trees and a little smaller ones also in between them. Now I'm going to use colorful sprinkles to decorate my Christmas trees. I'm going to just place it randomly anywhere. You can make a pattern if you want. You can decorate the Christmas trees in any way you want. You can use any sprinkles of your choice. I'm using some little colorful balls. Now I'm going to place white stars on top of the bigger Christmas trees and orange stars on top of the smaller ones. Now I'm going to sift some icing sugar on top to give it a snowy effect. Now for the final step, I'm going to put little drips in between each larger tree. Our Christmas tree cake turned out to be beautiful. Its inside is even more prettier. I'm going to cut it to show you how it looks. I took this cake for a family get together and everyone loved it. It's so beautiful and pretty. And I'm very sure that if you try this out, it will definitely be a hit. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss any video.